How many of you have one social media account? How about two? By show of hands, any of you have about three or even four? Most people believe that social media is more of a benefit than a consequence, but using social media can actually be harmful. Social media is something that most teens are using all the time. It has become a part of our generation's lives. Having people on their phones all day is not only disappointing, but it's also damaging. Rather than talking to someone face to face or hanging out, most teens would prefer to text or communicate on a social network such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or even Twitter. For most teens, understanding a life without social media is nearly impossible. Spending such great amount of time on social media networks can and has caused cyberbullying, peer pressure, a lack in indirect communication, violence, as well as compromised education. This is a serious issue, and we should do our best to ensure that our children limit their uses on social media networks. Excessive social media usage can lead to cyberbullying. A cyberbully is the use of social media to communicate false, embarrassing, or hostile information to specific users. According to Justin Patchen, a cyberbullying expert at the Cyberbully Research Center created in 2002, the rate of teens affected by cyberbullying has increased dramatically from 2002 to 2020. In 2002, the percentage was at 7%, very, very low. Now, the percentage has gone all the way up to 47%. Now, I know you're wondering, why has this amount increased so dramatically? The reason is the invention of so many different social media networks over time. Cyberbullying is very harmful to modern society. For example, a teen may have had an argument in school with another student over a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Instead of working through the situation, the teen may go on social media and post harmful, hashful things about the other student, which is defined as cyberbullying. I remember a time in high school where I had a friend who was interested in a girl, but he really didn't have the social skills to actually approach her in person. So rather coming to her in person, he decided to go at her from social media. When he kept writing her and messaging her constantly, she kind of felt that she was being harassed. As a result, she screenshotted all of the messages and posted it on Facebook. All of the classmates and all of the students seen it, and then they all would come in and clown him and talk about him in school, and as a result, that caused him to be very embarrassed, caused him to have anxiety, and really feel distress. There are ways that teens can manage the effects of cyberbullying. First, you should understand the effects and the risks of posting hateful things to one another. That brings back to what our parents teach us. Don't do things to other people that you wouldn't want done to you. The second, parents can get a monitoring system where they can monitor what their kid are posting on social media or what they're looking at on social media. I feel that's very important so that you can know what your kid is posting, who they're talking to, and what information they're getting perceived. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure your child is in a safe environment. Social media can have serious health risks on a person. One serious health risk that a person can get from too much social media usage is sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation can be caused by too much social media usage. Teens focus so much of their time on social media and are able to stay active and logged in for such long periods of times. As a result, they may not get the sleep that they need. You know, we need 8 hours of sleep, which will affect their daily routine. Obviously, if teens are not getting enough sleep, this alone will affect their daily routines, including school and work, or even their extracurricular activities. Lastly, too much social media usage can cause poor concentration. Today, negative effects of social media on students is the fact that students can easily become distracted and lose track of the things that are important, such as their schoolwork. Now, I'm sure that we all can attest to this. Think about a time where you were in class and your professor was giving you a lecture or you were learning something in school and you were so bored with it and you weren't into it. So rather than paying attention to what your professor was presenting to you, you had your phone out, hitting to the side, text messaging other people or going on social media. Next thing you know, the bell rings and class is over. Now you got a test tomorrow and you can't focus or pass it because you allow social media to intervene in your life so much to the point where you lost focus of what is important, which is school and work. Let me ask you this. What method of communication allows you to learn more about a person? A post on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat, or a face-to-face conversation? We connect on a deeper, more meaningful level when we converse with others personally. Yet, studies show an increased dependency on social media. But why? Social media is a convenient way of communicating, but it lessens the quality of the connection. According to Stacy Hacken, a communication expert, as well as the author of Influence Redefined, almost 2/3 of US teens admit that they use social media to connect with others. Its rise in prominence changes our ability to interact with others on a more meaningful level. Our social media skills are challenged to the point that many now struggle to interact in traditional conversations. Before social media even existed, the ways in which we connected and how many people we reached were very limited. We depended on phone calls or face-to-face conversation to help strengthen our relationships with others. On the upside, the latest technology provides endless ways to connect. We can also reach more people than ever. However, the downside is the way we communicate has also changed, challenging our ability to make meaningful connections. Making meaningful connections is an important attribute to carry in life. Think about your daily life. How do you survive? How do you put food on your table? How do you benefit and help pay for stuff for your kids? You have to work. In order to work, what's the first process into getting that job? An interview. When you get into your interview, you have to have these social skills and have the ability to talk and get along with others so that people can see that you're a people person. He will have no problem being in an environment around others because he's a very social person. Like all things, social media can be beneficial in moderation. However, moderation and social media and teens do not go hand in hand in our society today. Social media and digital dialogue can have its place in the world if we take control of our usage both personally and professionally. The issue will continue to have such a bad impact on our teens if we do not try to find a way to decrease the overusage of social media networking in modern society today.